Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Weston Summers. Welcome to my channel. And today we're going to go over the Henry 22 Golden Boy. This is one of my favorite rifles. This is my personal rifle. And I've probably put several 100,000 rounds through this one. But I'll do some disassembly videos and some other stuff of it. But for right now, I just wanted to show you a couple tips and tricks for one-handed operation with your 22 lever action or any of your other lever action rifles that you have. Now, this is a 16-shot rifle. You can put one in the chamber of regular 22, and it holds one in the chamber. It'll shoot shorts, CBs, all the above. It's lever action. It has buckhorn sights. It's got a safety built into the hammer. If you pull it back right there, it's got a safety. You can't pull the trigger. If it's all the way back, you can then decock it, and all is well. Now, I have shot this rifle a lot, so don't feel bad if you don't get some of these right the first time. I'll probably mess up some of them on video, but I'm going to show you some one-handed operations and how to correctly do them for, like, if you're riding your horse or you're riding your four-wheeler, or I guess if you just want to show off or something. Now, normally I'm right-handed, so I would have a left hand underneath the forearm, and I would be operating the lever with my right hand. Now, this is fine as you're shooting and you're looking through and you're following through on all your targets. You can operate it just fine. But if you're driving your four-wheeler, riding your horse like I am or something, and you want to shoot one-handed, this rifle's pretty hefty, but it can be handled. So I'm going to show you how to cock it. Now, the first way we're going to learn to do this will be the John Wayne way. Let's all please make sure our rifles are unloaded and on safe if you had a way to put it on safe. But the way you want to start off with this is you want a good firm grasp on it. You want to let your hand float only using these three fingers. You want your thumb and your forefinger out of the way. And you want the gun to rotate down and come back up in a fluid motion. So here we go, even while we're in the closet. Down and up. You can decock it. Once again, a little slower, down and up. Now, all I'm simply doing is rotating my wrist. I don't have a lot of stress on it. I'm not throwing the gun into the next room. It's just you want the weight to follow forward and then come back up. So if you had it straight out, you would go down and up. And you're straight in line. Alright, so that's how you can do it, the John Wayne. That's my John Wayne way. Now, this one does not have the wide handle on it, and it's a little long. It's not the carbine, so I can't flip her like this. I could, and you could bring it back like that, but it's a little too long, and I'll smack myself in the face on camera. So, the next way we're going to learn is going to be what I call what you do when you put it under your arm, the underarm, or however you want to call it. Now, for this one, instead of supporting the rifle with your forearm or just holding it with your hand like this, go ahead and move your elbow out to the side and leave the rifle under your underarm here. You want to rotate out and back, and you can decock out and back. This is very simple. This is a good one for beginners. It's just as fast as you want to shoot it, you can do it. Very good. I'm not even left-handed, and if I hold under my left arm, I can do it left-handed. Well, I'll let it come out of my arm. You have to squeeze on it a little bit so you can do it. All right. Next, we're going to do the hanging one. This is what I call muzzle down. Whenever you're riding or anything, you want your gun either pointed up or at the ground. So, when you're riding on your four-wheeler, strong side I would drive right-handed. You want the gun hanging down and pointing away from you or sitting on the floorboard. That's probably why I've worn the muzzle off this one to try and be safe. Now, the way you want to do this is, you don't want to throw your hand down. You want to throw the rifle up. So, you want the back of the gun, we're going to make it come up, out a little bit, and then we're going to let the weight take it back down, and using the weight, we're going to re-engage our action. So here we go. Just simple, up, down. And we've loaded it around. You'd fire that round, you'd shoot it, come back, up, down. Very simple. Here we go from the right-hand side. Right-hand side, you'd be facing down. Just use these three fingers once again. We're going to go up, down. If you did it fast, that's as fast as I can do it, up, down. There's not a lot of stress on it. To show you how easy it is, I'm going to see if I can do it with one finger. It's the weight of the gun is going up at like a 45-degree angle. Just up and down. Once again, and we've loaded around. Alright, next come the fun ones to me. These are a little harder. I'll probably mess up a couple on camera. But these are ones like you see in the movies when you would be, you'd have one hand out and they cock their rifle real fast. Now, they're usually a lot shorter so you can manage the weight more. This is a little longer rifle. Now, the way you want to do this is you want to choke up a little bit on the gun. You can hold it back some, but you have to move your hand farther and back. The lower you get in here, the shorter the arc is. So you want to choke up a little bit on the gun, and instead of throwing your hand forward like that, you want to take the rifle and you kind of want to, I usually find it easier to either lift up on the rifle a little bit, like I was lifting to like keep the weight going forward, and you want the rifle to stay level, the muzzle to rise, and come right back down. And as it comes up, you go forward. When it comes down, you grab it back again, and then you would fire your round. So it's got to be a little faster, so you're just going to have to trust me on how to do it. Be sure to practice. If I mess it up, forgive me, because I'm in a closet here. But here we go. If you had it out, there's one. Alright? Once again, the gun just came up and went back. I didn't throw it across the room. Here we go. There's two. So it's very hard to do, but you can do it. Alright, this is the next one I like to do. I call this the hip or something. This is real good if you're riding on the horse, your weak, not your strong sides out here. Instead of dragging the gun or shooting the horse, and you've got everything up in the way and you're driving your four-wheeler, put the gun on the inside of your hip right here, pushing in on it a little bit, hunch over, and you want to put your thumb on the gun, like so. Now what the thumb does, it pushes in on the top so that you can rotate and you're not throwing the gun forward or backwards. You're just simply rotating and using your thumb as a pivot point. When you've got this on your side, it looks something like this. Choke up on it, 1, 2. You would fire that round. Put your thumb back on it, 1, 2. It's very good for when you're sitting down. I'll do it right-handed here. You won't be able to see the action. Here we go. 1, 2. If I can get it back on here, 1, 2. It's a lot easier if you're sitting down because remember your hips hunched under. Alright. Next, let's see here. One more we could do is you can kind of do one while you have it all the way out. But the way you do it, instead of being down here, is when it's all the way out, you have to raise the gun a little bit. You have to push it forward and pull it back to you. Usually it leads to a little bit of dropping, but this is the hardest one to me. It's when it's up here. I don't know if I can do it in the closet. Here we go. There it was. High as you can get, you push the gun forward and back because it's above your waist, where you can't do that simple toss. You want to toss it up and forward. And there it is. So, hopefully that's kind of cool. I didn't make a fool out of myself, but if I think of another way, we'll do it. But that is a simple way to operate some of your lever actions and maybe show off one-handed, or if you were to have damaged one of your hands and some other thing. So, thank you very much. This has been another Weston Summers video. Thank y'all very much for watching my channel. Please don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Y'all have a good one, and safe shooting.